Neither shall the cruse of oil fail until the day that the Lord sendeth rain upon the earth. And she went and did according to the saying of Elijah. And she and he and her house did eat many days. How could this be? And the barrel of meal wasted not. Neither did the cruse of oil fail, according to the word of the Lord which he spake by Elijah. What a thrill that must have been every day to go back and find there's more oil. Where's it coming from? And there's more, and there's more, and there's more. And more meal, and it fed them all the time. Did you ever get caught in the middle of a miracle? Years ago when I was in Madison, there was a man that had remember these old transport gas stations they used to have? You don't see them around anymore. Transport, anybody remember them? He had a transport station over near Middleton. And I'd stop in there, and other Christians would stop in there too. He had quite a business. He was a very, very devout Christian man. And he said, "Oh, you're a preacher, you're a brother, I'm not charging you for this gas. You'd fill up your car." And actually didn't go back after a while because I felt so funny I didn't want to take advantage of him, but he'd never charge me. Fill the car up with gas and not charge me a penny. He said, "No, I do this for the Lord." I said, "How can you do this?" He said, "Any Christian that I know is a Christian, I'll fill it up for free." So how can you do this? And he said, "Well, I don't know." He said, "All I know is that I'm pumping a lot more gas than I'm buying." He said, "I've got the records to show it." He said, "A truck comes in, we fill up the tanks, and I pump the gas, and I'm pumping more than I'm putting in." He got caught up in the middle of a miracle. He didn't want anybody to take that away from him. That's a thrill. You know, how can you pump 3 gallons when you only put in 2? But it doesn't work like that, does it? Listen, God still does miracles. A lot of people are living far below their privilege. They've never really tasted to see that the Lord is good. Oh, how we need that hunger and thirst. You know what's going on in our country right now is this. We have not a recession, we have a depression. They'll never use that word. They would rather choke first. They will not use the word depression. That's what we've got. Now they closed up another, I think 8 banks last Friday. 2 big ones. Everything is failing and falling apart. Boy, I'm full of good news this morning, right?
Jesus is coming.
But all of this is coming to pass. We have a nation that was so satiated with good things. People spending like drunken fools. A nation of credit and creditors. We don't use any real system of money. We use credits and currencies, and our currency doesn't have any current. When our, I hate to say it, call him president, but okay, when Obama wanted to look at our economy, he said he was going to take a good look at our economy, he had to go to Red China to do it. Because that's where our economy is. Now the Chinese have issued him an official statement telling the United States to quit making more money because it's cheapening what's already there. And Red China is the biggest holder of treasury bills, United States treasury bills, in the world. Did you know there is more U.S. currency abroad than there is in this country? Did you know that the most commonly used bill is the $100 bill? You might think, well, boy, that doesn't get much use out of me because I rarely get one. But when you look at all the drug money and all the prostitution and all the illegal things, there's big bucks in that, isn't there? And $100 bills are used more frequently. It's the most frequently used currency there is. That's hard to believe, but it's a fact. The Treasury Department bears that out. They wear out those things quicker than the others. But we live in this nation that is in deep, deep, deep financial trouble. We have got a $13 trillion national debt. We could stack $100 bills from the earth to the moon 26 times. Would equal our national debt. And the moon is 250,000 miles away. 26 stacks of $100 bills from earth to moon, that's our debt. And now our president said we're going to have to increase that debt by another $2 trillion. You just spend, and he made a statement at the Brookings Institution. He said, Brookings Institute, it's an institution, all right. Brookings Institute, and he said, we will spend our way out of this recession. We'll spend our way. What do you do when you're in debt, when you have trouble? You spend, right? Spend. Dig the hole deeper. We'll get out of here. The way up is down. Right? Yeah, just keep spending it. Just blow it. Make more. You know, that's the problem. People today, they're so concerned about their credit score so they can buy things. I remember the days when we didn't have to have a credit score to buy things because we paid cash. That's right. Didn't make any difference what your credit score was. That was immaterial. Didn't matter at all. If you didn't have the cash, you didn't buy it. But the credit works like magic. They let you have it on time. Pay a little bit down, now you don't even have to do that. They defer everything. Roll it over for the next bunch. Let them worry about it. You know, in Britain, in England, you know what they call buying on time? You know, time payments. If you buy something, make payments on it, they call it the never never. Can I buy this on the never never? That's about what it is. So now it's all catching up with us. But the fact is, people are in trouble. They're walking the streets. Factories are closed. Jobs have gone overseas. Everything's crumbling around us. And it's undeniable. Drive around, look at all the empty stores, empty businesses. Now they're saying, I just heard this morning, there's a complaint about how there are so many freighters that have traveled the Great Lakes, and they're down by 44%, almost half. As much ore is moving and coal and all this stuff. Everything is just grinding to a halt. And they always say, well, next year will be better. No. They need, you know what? I'll tell you what's happening. Everything is crumbling and drying up because people need to wake up. And maybe some will. And get hungry. And get thirsty. And get desperate. And start to look around at the situation and say, there must be a better way to live. And perhaps some will get so desperate they literally will reach out to God. And when they do, He will hear them. And that's what we need to tell people to do. Look, you got financial trouble, you got this problem, that problem. You need to reach out to God. And I'm going to go one step further. Don't ever try and rob God. Give Him the tenth that is His. The Bible says if we don't, we're a thief. Remember the story about the poor beggar laying on the side of the road? And a man came along and he had 10 gold pieces. And he had compassion on that beggar and he gave him 9 of those gold pieces. And he went on his way. That's compassion, isn't it? And that beggar thought, I got 9 of these, but he kept 1 for himself. And he went after him and knocked him over the head and took his other one. When God found us, we had nothing. Nothing. He said, I will give you 90%. Multiple blessings. But God said, all through the Bible, the 10th is mine. It's never ours to start with. And you know me, I don't preach about money. This just is, it fits here, so I'm going to do it.